Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a really long time since I've done a video and a ton has changed, not the least of which is the fact that I am back in America and I have been since last August. So naturally, now that there's like shopping at my disposal, I've done a terrible job at budgeting since then, but I've been slowly trying to get back on track, and now I'm really kicking it into high gear because I will be joining the normal world in just a few months. I've accepted a job. My start date is in October. I graduate at the middle of August, so I need to like get it together now so that the moment that I start making real money, I can start kicking these loans in the butt. So basically, to start doing that, I am going to start budgeting now for June. So I have a lot of big things coming up in the next few months. I go on an externship in July. I have a wedding in June that I'm the maid of honor for, that I've already spent way too much money for. I have another externship in August that I won't have housing for, so I'm kind of trying to decide if it's worth commuting an hour each way for 2 weeks or just getting an Airbnb in the area. And then also I will need to move to where my job will be, so rent, deposit, setting up utilities and those associated deposits, everything that comes with setting up a new household. I also have absolutely no living room furniture, don't have a TV, nothing like that. And quite frankly, like I'm probably not going to get any of that until I've been living there for a few months. I may very well just ask for it for Christmas from my parents, because I'll be living there in October and Christmas is right around the corner. So anyway, enough rambling. I am going to start working on my budget for June, and I have decided that June is going to be a no spend month for me. So June, that looks horrible. Get a real Sharpie. All right, so I have notes off to the side here and I have my computer on the other side. Basically, I have totaled up all of the money that I have right now and my expected income this month. So my graduation ceremony was just last weekend, even though I'm technically not done with school until August. So I have gotten a few gifts from people. So, I have some income in the form of gifts right now. And then also I've been selling some things on my Etsy shop. So I have my printable planner sticker shop that I make like a few dollars a month from, but honestly I put zero work into it, so it's like free money to me at this point, because I haven't made anything new for it in quite a while, and just the things that are on there, I sell a few a month. I make like $5 or $10 a month off of it, so that's fine. And then my other shop, which I opened more recently, is for my decals. When I was on the island, sold a lot of decals to students. We're in vet school, so everyone wants a decal of their animal. Made quite a bit of money that way, so that was awesome. And then when I got back here, I set up an Etsy shop, but didn't really do anything with it because I was so busy in clinics and taking the board exam and everything like that. But now that all that's behind me, I actually started working on my shop, and I have been actually making some money, like selling to friends and classmates, and then as well as like actual strangers on the internet, so that's cool. I have direct deposit set up for both of those, and it was going in every week, so it seemed like I was getting nothing from it because it would be like 99 cents here, like $5 there. But I just changed them both to deposit once a month, so I'm going to actually try to track my income from those things. So I guess what I want to do is, sorry, it has been so long since I've done one of these videos, so I'm sure this is going to be all over the place. I sincerely apologize. So I guess I'm going to call this over here income. And that's going to be Etsy number 1 and Etsy number 2. So I'm just going to leave those blank. And then any money that's deposited in there, I'm just going to leave in my bank account. I'm not going to consider it as a source of like accessible money for me, but I do want to track it, so I'm going to put it there. And then gifts, I just deposited $300 worth of gifts into my account. So, I'm also not considering that a source of like touchable income right now. income, because like when you're this far in debt, do you even have income? Not really. And then, yeah, so that's just going to sit there. And honestly, I'm just trying to let as much sit there as possible because I know that moving is going to be expensive. I did get a signing bonus with my job. That was $2,000. And I'm also getting a $2,000 moving bonus. So hopefully that will be enough to actually move me, because I am having to pay for a mover to move my furniture and stuff, because it will end up, I did run in the numbers, and it will end up being cheaper to do that than to try to sell my furniture and things that I've bought and love here and then move and rebuy stuff. And then also, like I said, first month's rent and deposit. Hopefully that $4,000 will be enough to cover all of those things, but I'm not sure that it will be. So I'm just trying to let as much money sit there as possible. So basically what I'm budgeting off of is money that I already have in my checking or savings that came basically from my loans, I guess, or previous income over the past few months. And anything new that comes in, I am just going to put that into my savings, force myself not to touch it, and call it a day. And then hopefully when I'm moving at the end of August and like beginning of September, I won't have zero money and I won't lose my mind, but you never know. So gifts, gliders, I did get another breeding pair. I don't know if anyone even knew this, but I bred sugar gliders before I went to vet school, and I did somewhat recently get another breeding pair. So within this month, I have one that is ready to go to her new home, and then in the next few months, I will have more that are ready to go to their new homes. Honestly, it's not really income. It kind of just is like self-sustaining for me to have the gliders as a pet because I love them. And they also help pay for like my dog and stuff like that. So, yeah, and it's something I enjoy. So any money that comes in from that basically is self-sustaining for having them, but I do want to track it. And then I also have returns. I have several things that I need to return, a few things to Walmart and one dress to Steinmart. Wow, is that really how I'm spelling returns these days? Nice. So I just want to track it. My biggest issue has been that since I've been back in America, there have been a few months here or there where I have tried to track my expenses and everything, but I've done a horrible job, and I'm really just trying to get back on top of that. So yeah, even if, I don't know, it all feels somewhat pointless because like money's going out, money's coming in, but I'm not using the money that's coming in because it needs to sit there for me to move in a few months and everything else. I just really am trying to focus on getting back on top of tracking. So those are all my sources of income that I have here. I guess I kind of want to have a section that's like, don't forget. So I'm just going to put it down here, and I have stickers in a sticker binder that say like, don't forget on them. So I'll just go ahead and put that there. But my parents got me a cruise for a graduation gift. Well, the family's going on a cruise. So I want to have money set aside to go on vacation. Moving. These things, I guess, are basically my motivations for getting on top of this right now. Then externship. I'm going to put a question mark because I think it will probably end up being cheaper for me to stay at my parents' and drive. It's a little bit more than an hour each way. I will be driving to a beach during like peak season. I'm just hoping that I'll be driving so early in the morning that it won't really impact me. I'll be driving on weekdays, and then I'll be driving in the evening, so it won't matter that it will take longer. But it will save me about $300. So I don't know. I might talk to my mom about it and see like if that stress level of having to commute 2 hours a day, at least during like peak beach season, is worth it. I'm not sure. I'm not decided about that because I'm kind of at a place where like my sanity is worth a few extra dollars, but I don't know, 300 is more than a few. So just keeping it in mind. Okay, so expenses. then I'm gonna separate it out into bills and then cash envelopes. So my bills, I don't need to pay rent this month. I already prepaid it, so that's awesome. Wi-Fi, I'm just putting my half down. So this is Wi-Fi and TV. Unfortunately, we're stupid and have 3 TVs with cable in our house, so that's cool. So that's my half. Electric, this is an estimate because based off of last month when we have been using the AC, but not that much. Now it's super hot, so I'm thinking we'll use a little more. So I just kind of try to give myself some wiggle room. Water's the same every month, so my half is going to be around 34. Gas, like for my car, my parents graciously pay for that. I hate taking money from my parents. They are way too good to me, but my number one priority right now is getting out of debt as soon as possible. So if they're going to offer me a gift, if anyone's going to offer me a gift, I'm just kind of at a place where it's like, I need to take it. I would be stupid not to take it, so I'm going to take it. So yep, my parents pay for my gas. Another bill that I have is a student loan, but I'm not going to write it down because it comes from a source of income. My parents also, because I'm in school, my gosh, look, I misspelled gifts too. Because I'm in school, they have been contributing most of the time that I've been in school $350 a month to my expenses. But since my current loans for the past several semesters have had a lower interest rate than the loan that I got when I was in my second semester, instead of actually putting it towards my current bills, I have been paying it onto that higher interest rate loan. So I will receive $350 from them, and the very next day it will be paid onto that student loan. So I don't even write it down. It's like, I don't even have to think about it. It happens every single month without a doubt. Dog walker. I'm going to budget the whole amount for this, which is going to be $200 for the month. That would be if she came every single day. I don't think I will need her that much, but just in case I do. And then also I'm leaving it there because even though I don't think I'll need her that much, I'm going away for a weekend and I will have a pet sitter for that weekend. So to take care of the gliders and my dog. I might talk to my friend and see if my friend actually wants to watch any of them to save me money, but I don't know. I'm kind of high maintenance when it comes to my pets, and I would just rather pay someone to do it, honestly, but we shall see. So after thinking about all of this and knowing in my mind how much I want to set aside for each of these things for my cushion, I have given myself $460 to work with for this month with regards to cash things. So that doesn't, I already factored in my bills for this month and next month. So, cash, I have groceries. I recently have been watching a ton of Jordan Page videos where she talks about how you should decide on your grocery budget based on how many people you have in your household. It should be $100 per person starting at $300. So, I don't know, I have a really hard time budgeting with groceries because I eat mostly vegan and I kind of tell myself like, oh, if it's healthy, it's worth spending the more money on. But I don't know, that's kind of a stupid way to be. And I'm also at a place where I'm going to be moving in the next 2 months, so I need to start eating through my pantry because I'm not going to move my fridge and freezer foods 800 miles away with me when I move. I'm just not. So I'm going to try her thing and give myself $300. That should be more than enough. I just went to the grocery store yesterday, so I'm already getting into the month of June with plenty. So yeah, and this within groceries, I'm also including any consumables. So, toiletry products, I don't think I will need any this month. Like, I think I'm pretty well stocked up, but toiletry products, paper towels, which we have, like, I don't think I'm going to need a lot of this stuff, but any consumables, paper towels, toilet paper, dish detergent, laundry detergent, any of that kind of stuff. I don't include my dog's food in there because I don't know, she's separate. I would put that in its own category if I needed to buy it anytime soon, but I know I'm not going to. But I do include in groceries the sugar gliders food because they eat people food, basically. I make a diet for them. I won't need anything for them this month because I'm well stocked up on that also, but that's what I'm doing with that. So that leaves me $160. Like, in case of emergency. And basically what that's going to be, I guess I'll just call it other, but I am getting my dress fixed for my friend's wedding. It arrived at least 2 sizes too big for me, so that's awesome. So I'm having to pay to get that taken in, and it very well may be that whole $160 to have that done. I pray to God it's not, but I'm just going to let that sit there for that because I'm doing a no spend this month. I am not going to spend money on eating out. I am not going to spend money on snacks, drinks at school, coffee in the morning, unless I do have a Dunkin' Donuts gift card, so I can use that. I am not letting myself spend extra money. I will not go to the movies this month. There's like 5 movies that I really want to see that are all coming out this month. I'm not going to go. And if my friends want me to go, you know, they can give me a graduation gift and pay for my ticket, you know? So there we go. But just in case of emergency, I will leave that there because it's not going to hurt me to use that. So this is my very odd budget. I also am going to start trying to do cash weekly. I have not been using cash at all lately, but I'm going to try to start using it weekly. So this will be $75 a week for groceries, and this I'm not going to break up because, like I said, I think it's mostly going to go to that dress, and then anything that's left over, I'm just going to keep it in my savings account and use it for the future of these things. Mostly this thing moving. I'm very stressed out about this, so. All right. Yeah, so that was my very terrible budget video. I am so sorry. Hopefully I will get my life together and it will improve. But yeah, that's where we are. At least I have a budget. So I am also going to try to use Dave Ramsey's Every Dollar app. So I'm going to actually really try to use it this month. I'm going to save all my receipts. I'm going to plug them in. There shouldn't be that many receipts. I'm doing a freaking no spend month. So I will show you guys how I use that app. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and work on my every dollar budget. So I'm using my notes. I already logged in, so I'm going to click start planning for May. Okay, so I just logged in here, and you can see there's nothing there at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug everything in. So my income, I guess my top item I'm going to call loans. This is the money that I'm actually using to plan my life with. The next item is going to be Etsy, Pretty in Pink, my sticker shop, and then Etsy, Decal DVM, which is my other shop. Gifts, I'm going to include my graduation gifts and my monthly help that my parents give me. Gliders, returns. Actually, I'm going to call this other because it did just occur to me that my friends and I are going to have a yard sale sometime soon. I'm not sure if it'll be this month, but just in case it is, I'm just going to put other. So that'll be the things I need to return and then any other random money that comes my way. So these things I'm going to leave blank. This is going to be $6.50. And then those things will be blank. So I'm going to plan on 0, and then I'll plan on 0, and then I'll receive whatever I end up receiving. My cash envelopes are going to be grocery, then other. So I'm going to go ahead and delete the rest of these. And then things that are going to come directly out of my checking would be rent, but it's not coming out this month. I'm just going to leave it there. That way I can copy this month's budget for next month. I don't know why it's saying I have that much left of budget. Something is up here. I don't know what happened, but anyway. Oh, it's because I do have that much left of budget. Okay. So anyway, back to this. From checking, rent, Wi-Fi, electric, water, gas. I'm still putting it on here because it is an expense, and when I need to start paying for it by myself, it will be helpful to know what is happening. Dog walker. And then this guy, I don't know what that is there. This guy is a little piggy bank. I forget what that stands for, but I think it's savings, so that's going to be any additional money that comes into the budget is just going to go back into savings. Okay, and then my student loans, $350. All right, so groceries, as discussed, I'm giving myself $300. Others, $160. Remember, that's going to mostly be getting my bridesmaid dress fixed, and then anything else is going to go back into savings. My rent has already been paid this month. Wi-Fi, my half is $75. Electric, I'm guesstimating that my half will be $75. Water is always the same, so that's my half. Gas is nothing. And then this will be dog walker, pet sitter, things like that. And then since, oh, I'm over budget, how did this happen? Oh, it's because I put here only what is my cash envelope money. I forgot to put in the amount for my bills. So $350 plus 34 plus 460, 44. And yeah, so that adds up right. So that this $300 that I would have had left to budget would be the ones from the gifts. I'm going to go ahead and designate that those are going to go back into my savings. Okay, so that's good. And then I will go ahead and log this because I have essentially received it. So $844. The gifts, I will go ahead and add the $300. I'm gonna put it for June. Oh, I guess I'll put it Tuesday because that's when it most likely will clear. Everything else I'm gonna leave as is. Because that gift money is already, I already got it, so it's already gonna just sit in my account. So yeah, I know this is super confusing. I'm really sorry about that. It all makes sense in my mind, and there's just a lot going on, and it's really weird. And honestly, I need to make like a life update video because my life is crazy. So yeah, this is my every dollar budget for the month of, oh, that's not even for May. Oh no, I made the whole thing under May. Anyway, I'm not going to redo it. This is going to be my June budget. I will just move the numbers over. So, yep. Awesome. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great month. Bye.